Today's garden project, we're going to pot up a hypertufa planter here, and we have picked out a few unique little rock garden plants which really lend themselves to this type of planter. We're looking for something that is relatively short, that grows slowly, and in this case we're using something that does well in a rock garden setting. The three plants we have picked out today to use, the first one is a Delosperma, which is actually in the ice plant family. The second one is an Asperula. See the little blossoms that are forming on there. And the third one will be what's called an Androsace. These are just three excellent rock garden plants. Okay, aside from our plants, the only other materials we're going to need here is some type of potting medium. This particular one that we've chosen here is actually a soilless mix, and because these plants really enjoy exceptional drainage, we've added a very coarse sand into the mix. Maybe about 30% of this is actually sand. We also have on hand some little pebbles here, and they will be used as a mulch at the top to kind of tie in the mulch with the rock look here. Now the first step here would be to put some of our soil into the lower portion of the pot. We don't want to go too high with this at this point. Get that in there. And we'll take our first plant here, a little Delosperma, and we're going to pull away some of the soil here, exposing a little more area underneath the plant so we have the ability to tuck our mulch in under there. And this plant is ready to be put into the planter. And we're going to set that up here in the front corner. We'll round that a little bit so we can tuck that right in near the edge. Some of these plants, as they grow, we like them to trail out over the edge a little bit, so we like to get them very close to the edge to begin with. And our next plant here, our little Asperula, and we'll do the same thing there. We're going to remove some of that soil carefully. Tuck that in there. And then finally, the Androsace. Once again, we'll remove some of the upper soil here. And then this one will get tucked up in this front corner here. Okay, so we have our plants in place. We have them down about the right depth there. And we'll come back with a little more soil now to raise the level. Now we take three of our rocks and we just set them in there just to add a little interest, and we'll come back in with our mulch. Okay, today we saw a good example of how to plant up the hypertufa planter. All our planters are made at Rose Hill Gardens, and we have quite a few different shapes of containers. Some are empty if you prefer to create your own. Others are planted up. They're very low maintenance. They make a nice gift. You're welcome to stop by anytime and see our selection, May through September.